My gosh. You guys, I haven't been wanting to do makeup lately because my skin is so bad. Like, it's just messed up, dude. Like, I have acne, my melasma's gotten worse, red, just, and it's hard to cover everything up and actually make it look natural. So that's kind of what I'm going to try to do today. Like, keep it simple, nothing too crazy. I do have something to get ready for, and that's kind of why we're here. I hope you're having a good day and a good weekend, and let's get started. So when my face is like really textured like that, I already put this on, but this doesn't really help with texture at all. It just doesn't. It helps with like my melasma and stuff, but it doesn't help with all the bumps and all that. So I'm gonna probably put a different primer on my nose because I need something that will help with the texture and the redness. I don't remember if I liked this one. I have so many primers. I don't remember which one I liked or which one was really good for pores, because my nose right now is just a big pore. Like, it's ridiculous. So I think I have some. What is it? There's this one that I really liked that I can't find, which is so typical. Like, when I really need it, it's like, oh, where'd it go? Shoot. I'll just put this one right here on my nose. We'll see. I'm just filling in like all the little pores and what have you. And then I'll probably put some on my bags too. Even though I did put the e.l.f. primer on my bags as well, I'm going to put a little bit of this too, just to see if it helps with that. Because I know the e.l.f. primer doesn't really help for, at least the one that I have, it doesn't help for like I said earlier, lines, pores, bags, stuff like that. So I'm hoping this one will. All right. Let's let that set. This is actually really good for tone, for like redness and all that stuff. It's really cheap too, so it's kind of like my favorite primer. I think I bought one off of BoxyCharm one time. It was like a $30 primer, and it worked like for everything. I forgot what it was called, but I wish I remembered, because I would go get that right now, because my face needs a really good primer right now. And, oh, I forgot about this one. Shoot. Oh, well. This one was really good for the discoloration as well, like color correcting. But again, I'm kind of like hyper focused on like zits, bags, and that fun stuff. Now, something I like to do when I'm trying to play it down a little bit, is just conceal my problem areas with concealer. Okay, whatever that means. Like, if it means 3 or 4 concealers, whatever. And blend it throughout my face, but don't put any foundation on. So that's what I'm going to do. I like to do this because it's more natural looking, and I'm just covering up what I don't like. And the trick is, though, is you have to get it evenly distributed, even though you're only putting it on problem areas, and I'll show you kind of how I attempt to do that. This is the Tarte creamy Shape Tape? Double Duty Beauty. Wait. Shape Tape, yeah. It's the ultra creamy kind, which is for older skin. I find that it still sets in your wrinkles and things, but it's not as dry, if that makes sense. My new favorite is Tarte SEA. That stuff works really good. It's like really hydrating too. And it doesn't like, it looks natural, I guess you could say. Alrighty. So that's good for that. And then of course I'm gonna add a little Juvia's Place, only because, well, it's really good as well. But this is too light and then this is too dark. So what I do is I like to combine the two. I know a lot of you guys are busy right now. And I don't blame you. It's a weekend. It's a holiday weekend. And I hope you guys are all enjoying it. Because I'm about to. And then again, I'm going to put some here too because I want to even out the color. So it's not too light. And then for the first round of this, I will use a wet beauty blender. But for the second round, I'm going to use a brush because brushes are a little bit better at hiding like, or coverage, I guess I could say. Not hiding, it's just best at coverage. With the wet beauty blender, it's nice because everything can be applied like evenly, and how I can bring it like out. If that makes sense. And it helps with the pore thing too. Like having a damp beauty blender helps with the pores. My pores are ridiculous. They're ridiculous right now. I think it's just the dry, cold weather. I don't know. But see, I'm just using concealer. I'm not putting any foundation on. And then I'm going to just look for little places like out here that need it. And then again, making sure I get my lids all primed up. I'm going to do a really natural look today. It's not going to be... But sometimes I feel like natural looks are the hardest because you kind of want to make it look like you're not wearing makeup. But in the same sense, you want to cover up the stuff you don't like, you know? So it's kind of like a tricky balance, I guess you can say. Alright, so I'm just looking to make sure like everything's kind of even. Sometimes I use my fingers to push everything through and to warm up the concealer as well, so it really gets in there. Okay, so for the second round, I'm going to apply the same, but only not on here because obviously it's inflamed. Okay, so the more I do to it, the more it's gonna, my nose is gonna get pissed at me and start acting crazy. Has a mind of its own. So I'm not gonna touch up my nose again. I'm just touching up. Like, I won't touch up my bags again. Well, I don't know. I'm debating on that. Yeah, I probably need a little bit more on my bags. So we'll go doop, 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 doop. Doop, 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 doop. And then, I don't need to add the dark to my bag portion for this second blending situation. Okay. And I'm gonna grab my foundation brush, spray it with setting spray, get it really damp, and then we're just going to tap. Sometimes I like to make faces too, like while I'm doing my makeup. I know that's weird, but your skin, it naturally crinkles or moves, like when you smile or when you make a weird face. And I want the concealer to set into those areas without being like hella obvious. And it helps to like smile and sorry, that's really weird. I know it's weird. It's just what I do. I don't know if that's what you're supposed to do, because again, I'm not professional. And then last but not least, I really want to get, I'm not going to blend it too much where my problem area, only because I want the product to stay there. Okay. And I'm just doing like tap, 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 tap. Okay, and then for the final, oh, let's make sure we got everything, and everything's looking kind of even. And then I bring it down here. Okay, now for the last bit, what I like to do is just tap lightly. There we go. And that's pretty much it. So if you rewind to the beginning to now, you can see that I've covered up all of my problem area. All of them. I would probably, well, I'm trying to debate if I want to set this with a powder, because I notice a lot of times if I'm like my L'Oreal Bare Minerals powder works way better than the e.l.f. powder, and I just have e.l.f. right now, and so I'm like, should I set it? I might regret this, but we'll just do it anyway. How is everybody doing? What have you been up to? What are you doing this weekend? You have a long weekend. And then again, I'm just gonna go dab, 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 dab. My eyelids, because I'm going to be putting a little bit of shadow, nothing crazy, because I'm trying to do a natural look. And then again, I'll probably do a little dabby dab through here, and then finish it off with my T-zone. I have combination skin, and yeah, my T-zone does get oily. And then just kind of, there we go. Okay. Whew, that's how long it takes me to cover up my melasma. And that's not bad, actually, if you think about it. 14 minutes? That's not bad. Okay. Now I'm just gonna shape my brows. I gotta get my eyebrows done. And I've always struggled with contour. I feel like it's a love-hate relationship that I have with contour. like if I'm doing a natural look, like right, like I'm doing now, I most likely probably wouldn't do a contour, but I want to practice my contour, if you know what I mean. Because I need to. And I want to make it look natural. So, here's to hoping. Now, sometimes I wonder if I'm using like not a dark enough shade. But I use the crap out of this one. This is my Morphe contour palette. And I use Debutante. Right underneath the cheekbone. Trying to make that straight. I don't know what happened there. And then with the remainder, might need to add a little more right there. Okay, so let me blend this out. I'm gonna use this one. No, I'll just use the one I've been using. I want to get my eyebrows tinted, but it's hard to find anybody. Okay, like what do you mean by tinted, Susie? Like not microblading, right? Because you can just get your eyebrows dyed. Or, I guess tinted, yeah. I'm probably going to just start doing mine because I'm getting gray eyebrow hair. It's real cute. And I just do circular motions. And instead of plucking them out, which I've been doing, not microblading, yeah, because I've heard that that scars your tissue and it messes up your eyebrows, actually. I was going to say, don't do it. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I've never had them done. Like, I haven't really, this is something I've heard. I don't know if that's a fact or not. So don't quote me. And then I bring, like, I kind of use the contour as like a bronzer, kind of like. Which I will probably put bronzer here too. To kind of even out my skin tone. I mean, any place you can get your hair done, like a salon that you can get your hair dyed at, they should be able to do that with your eyebrows. I would think. But again, I could be wrong. I'm gonna have to start doing my brows. Because I can't pluck out all my eyebrow hair, then I won't have eyebrows. That doesn't make any sense. Okay, sorry, I'm just... Alright. And you're up close and personal. So nobody's going to be like this far from my face, okay? Just to keep that in mind. But again, with the contour, I feel like it just looks like muddy. I don't know, you guys. I can't seem to get my contour to look natural. In my opinion, like, I don't feel like that looks natural. But that's just me, though. Do them yourself, yeah. And then you can put, like, what is it? Oh my gosh, you guys, I can't talk. Vaseline, like, around the areas you don't want dye. You know what I mean? I heard, like, henna is really good for dyeing your eyebrows and stuff. I don't know how like, accurate that is or anything, but that's just what I've heard. Yeah, it's weird. I'm surprised that you're having trouble finding that, especially now because brows are so important right now. Like everyone is obsessed with brows. It's just weird that you wouldn't be able to find a place. And I do hyper focus on my problem areas, and I think that's because I can see them still. And that's just, that's what I do. I can't help it. Like, I have to make it look as natural as possible. And sometimes it's hard when you have skin conditions and broke out nose. We all do, yeah. But I just like hyper focus on it until I literally like I can't see it, you know? It's crazy. But it's just a natural look today because I have something to get ready for. I'm not gonna really say what it is. But I want to get ready. I don't want to look tired, you know? And again, it's a really nice, it's hard to balance out because like a lot of times I'll see that I just have like a orange mustache because I'm so obsessed with covering that area. And then like the rest of my face isn't even. So that's why I made sure, you know, I started with the sponge and then went to the brush. Okay. Now, while I do my eyes, I'm gonna, oops, I see something. It's gonna bother me. I just feel like I didn't get this side fully. That looks a little bit more even. And contouring too for me is also about like evening up my skin tone, if that makes any sense. Because I have to mix a couple concealers in order to get it right. I'm actually going to use a different powder this time. And then just... Okay. So I just basically concealed my problem areas and then used powder for the remainder. Okay. Now, I'm going to do some spray. And I'm supposed to wait until like after I'm done with my eyeshadow. But I notice my face makeup kind of wearing off as I do my eyeshadow. And I don't like that. So that's why I set my face twice. Ugh. I want to look cute. Alright, so let me grab the palette I want to use. So where is it? Oh, there it is. Found you. Okay, so I can't help it. It's just, wait, is this the one I wanted? No, it's not actually. Hold on. This one. Natasha Denona. There's a lot of neutral colors in there, as you can see. But I've used the crap out of it. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm not gonna use either one of these and just use my newest to me palette. Sorry. This wasn't really planned very well. Yeah. And then I might end up switching in the middle of it, so don't judge me. That's how things are. Okay. Again, I'm having to... Okay. Oh, and while I'm doing my eyeshadow, I like to put a plumper of any kind on my lips so that way when I'm done, it's like fully activated. Not that I really need it, but I heard it helps like keep your thickness of your lips because as you age, your lips start to thin out. And I don't want that to happen. Well, it already has, but I want to kind of slow it down. Okay. Now, we're going to go in to Bella. I believe I have used this shade and I really liked it. I'm going to just try to open up my eyes a little bit. It's not going to be like a colorful look or anything. I'm just trying to like make my eyes look bigger than what they actually are. Just blend. Big thank you to Hardcore for sending me this palette, by the way. So yeah, I'm attempting to like give my eyelids more shadow, like more shade, I guess. Right here, where it's hooded. To give the illusion of a bigger eye. And I always forget to take it up to here. I actually quite like this palette. I never heard of it before until I got it. I like it. Probably should have started with Resilience, but that's okay. Unica. And then I'm just going to put that right below where I put my other one, my other shade. Hello, Ian Ellis. How are you? And I didn't end up doing an ASMR, and I totally kicked myself in the butt because I really wanted to. But by the end of the day, you guys, I just don't have the energy. I don't have the energy. And then I'm just going to go for Resilience for the outer because I just feel like I didn't start with the right color. That's okay. And a lot of it, most of it's just blending, which if you don't have patience, like myself, it's hard. Very hard. Okay, so that looks pretty even to me. I do want to soften up the outer portion just a little bit, wherever it looks kind of out of place. and then make sure it's even. And it looks even to me. So, again, I'm doing a natural look. Okay. So what I'm going to do is grab, let's see here. What about you? I want to grab a concealer brush. I'm just going to use this one. I'm going to put down some just like light, very light tan. And just to kind of brighten it up, I mean, like make it look a little bit less dark. Again, I'm trying to go for natural. And I'm trying to make my eye look bigger. Got a little bit up too high. Okay. Oops. And again, I got it too high per usual. That's okay. Okay. I want to put dark right here so bad, but again, I'm trying to do a very light, natural, like I just woke up like this type look. Next, I'm gonna do, I'm gonna do 2 different mascaras. I should be using a mirror. I really like this mascara. I'll show you what it is after I'm done. I can't remember names and things. It is chunky, but I actually don't mind chunky because I feel like the more chunkier, the thicker your lash, but I know a lot of people don't like that. I do. But you can always like unchunk it with a spoolie, which is what I'm gonna do. To a degree anyways. Oops, I got some on my lid. But like, look at the volume. Like, honestly, I like it. And I don't think like, if it's not chunky, I don't feel like you're, I don't know. I just don't. I like when that whole like chunky eyeshadow look was really popular. I was super stoked because that's how I actually like my mascara. And I know that's like a big no-no, you know, but I don't know. I prefer it that way. Oh yeah. Sorry, I forgot to tell you. It's Flawless. And then for the second coat, I'm going to go up. Oh, this is kind of drying out. No. No, 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 no. Oh, well. Shoot. I'm using Sheen mascara, by the way. Max Impact. And it's dry. But I got that a long time ago, so it's not surprising that it is dry. And then I'm going to just... try to untangle them just a little bit. Ah, there you go. Of course they're not going to take a nap. How did I know? seriously. That's okay. And when it dries up a little bit, I can do a little bit more. But I'm just gonna get a lash on. Is this getting dry too? I might have to go get mascara. No. And then I might skip that second part and do something else. Because that one wasn't that great. Oh, I can use this one. Can you tell I like chunky mascara? I just do. I always have. And I know that's weird. I'm a weird one. For sure. Okay, and then once it dries, I can kind of get the little chunky chunks off. But I feel like chunky mascara makes your lashes look super thick. If you can just bear with it, you know, like. And then I always get my upper waterline nowadays, only because it's supposed to help with your eyes look more open. And I find that I feel like it does do that. You know what I mean? You can just see the difference right there. Uh-oh. I'm making all kinds of messes right now. My favorite eyeliner is by Urban Decay. And I've had that thing forever. It's probably expired, but that's okay. This is drying out a little bit now, so I can get the chunks off. And I totally got makeup right here. I was told adding eyeliner to the top can actually make your eyes look smaller. And I think that that's really just based upon how you do it, to be totally honest. Like a real thick liner on the top of my lid would not be good right now, as I'm trying to first off look natural, and secondly make my eyes look bigger. And do I have my brush? I don't think I do. Okay. I just got this shower not too long ago. That's how my hair naturally just dries. Let me find. There we go. I like to do. This is kind of new for me, but I like to add a skin color line on my lower waterline as opposed to a dark eyeliner. And I don't know, I can't help it. I think it looks pretty cool. And it does definitely make your eyes look bigger. Whoop! Gotta fix that a little bit. Or I could just add shadow. I'm trying to make it look natural here, folks. As natural as possible. There. Do you see what I mean? Look at this eye and look at that eye. Do you see the difference? I think it makes a huge difference. That's just me though. All right, where did I put it? There it is. Okay, I'm gonna do the other eye now. I absolutely hate putting mascara on my lower lash line because my lashes are so freaking long. When I do that, like, it just looks not good. Okay. It's natural, right? Sorta. Not really. Let me see. I think so. Okay, I'm gonna set it. And look for any situations that need to be like matted down. Humpy, hello. Welcome. God. I'm just so sick of looking at my nose and seeing that it's textured. Like, I can't stand it. So I just wanted to share a couple things that I do to help my eyes look bigger, my skin look kind of less textured, and I don't know, hang out for 42 minutes. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't know. I'm trying to think what else I could do. Maybe a lash, but again, I'm trying to go natural, so a fake lash wouldn't work. I need to get my hair done. Like, for real, though. Let me know if there's anything that you want to see me do or that you're curious about knowing more about. I'm still working on my contour because I don't feel like I do it really well. I want to be able to make it look more natural than it does when I do it. Because I don't feel like, sorry, my pores are really bugging me. So I'm going to put some setting spray on my damp beauty blender and just push it through where I see my pores. Let it dry. There you go. Alright, that was going to bug me if I left that like that. Let me check something. Ugh. Ugh. That's why I have it on there. Okay. So anyway, I'm going to go. Stay positive, and I will catch up with you guys, I don't know when I get a minute. And that's never. So hopefully we can do something sometime soon. Have a fun weekend.